Now, the first time I heard that theme, I was 6 years old and didn't understand the phenomenon that was The Incredibles. But 14 years later, I sit here in my early 20s gushing over an animated series that I didn't even know I wanted. Hey guys, it's Kessler, and welcome to my Incredibles 2 review. Was it worth it? There had been rumors over the years that The Incredibles would be getting a second outing. No one knew when, but we all had a strong feeling it was coming. It took 13 years, but we got our first teaser in November of 2017, and the world went wild. Our wait was finally over, we were all right, and it felt great. But little did we know, we had about another 8 months of waiting left. Boy, did that hurt. Usually when something like this is announced, people begin to hype it up to levels that no movie could ever match. There's so much speculation and hope that it would take a god among men to make us happy when it finally released. That's usually the downfall of movies and other entertainment these days. The sequel had a lot to live up to. So much time had passed since Disney Pixar released what has now become a classic, and the questions on everyone's minds were, are they going to ruin it? Did we wait for nothing? What are they going to do? With hope comes doubt. We saw what Disney Pixar could do and what they couldn't do. We knew their animated movies were usually box office hits, but we also saw their Star Wars. While I like the newer Star Wars entries, I can admit that a lot of them have been mediocre at best. I still haven't seen Solo, so I won't comment on it just yet. But we had faith, we did our waiting, and now I can say that our time has been well spent. I'm here today to tell you that The Incredibles 2 was worth the wait, and the movie we actually got would have been worth waiting for longer. All of our favorite characters have returned bigger and better than ever. There's plenty of superhero action, fun-loving family moments, serious and dark moments, and the family-friendly, lively comedy we've come to expect from these movies. As soon as I heard The Incredibles theme start playing, I was glued to the edge of my seat. Not once did my eyes leave the screen or did my mind wander. To my surprise, they dealt with their personal agenda pretty well in this movie. There was a bit of feminism and the such, but it was handled maturely and respectfully. It wasn't shoved down your throat, but it was there. But rather than subtract from the story, it added to it. The first Incredibles movie was about Bob and his struggle. We're now just getting a new take on this with his wife Ellen, Elastigirl. That's not to say that the other characters are thrown into the background. They've just gained a bit of a new role. Dash, Violet, and Jack are still rambunctious kids that want to use their powers and fight evil. Bob is still living in his golden age superhero fantasy, even though he has a different role for most of the movie. Lucius is the witty, reliable side character, and Ellen is the main hero, trying to make people see that this job needs to be done, that it can be done by anyone, that superheroes need to be around, that heroes in general will always be needed. If you have the money and time to go see this movie in theaters, I highly recommend it. There's just something about the experience of seeing one of your lifelong dreams finally come to fruition, and having it done right is just the icing on the cake. I didn't expect to come out of this movie with no complaints, but I'm happy to say that I have. This movie is everything that it should have been, and I will say it is a must-watch for anyone, and I mean anyone. So yeah, that's my review of The Incredibles 2. Do leave your opinions and thoughts in the comments so we can start a conversation, of course. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.